Nigeria can never be divided, and nobody should be allowed to divide this country, because I have 23 oil well in Niger Delta. All because of Biafra, I won't allow anybody to divide Nigeria. The Sultan of Sokoto is making this statement, and is on headline here. You're going to see it. The Igbo Watch is the source which carried it. But then you'll be seeing different arguments from Nigeria. The Igbos have always maintained this country is one because of the oil in Niger Delta, which is part of the old eastern region, again, which is Biafra land. If you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button and share this video. As you are watching, be liking and be sharing, and also be dropping your comments. This conversation caused a very hot argument at the super stand this morning. Many people are divided over that. Some people even said that the oil does not belong to Niger Delta, that God give us the oil in Nigeria, so that oil should be shared. That again, it was the groundnut pyramid in the north, which they used to build the refineries in the old eastern region. That means the oil of Nigeria belongs to all Nigeria. But it being said, why the gold in the north, why do they belong to all Nigerians? Like and share if you are watching, subscribe to this YouTube channel and also on notifications. Biafra evangelists, Nigeria cannot and must not be divided because I have 23 oil wells. What do you have to say about this?
Good afternoon, good evening and good night, wherever you are watching us from. May God bless you, our viewers. I want to use this opportunity to attend to this question, to the statement that is coming from the Sultan of Sokoto. Are you hearing me? And he made it so clearly, so obviously. I don't know if you have been following me up. You see the reason why I was like asking the late Edwin Clark, how many house or container of gold did he have in the north? See, Sultan of Sokoto of yesterday owned 23 oil well in Niger Delta. And in Delta, see, those people in Niger Delta that are opening their mouth to claim I am not a Biafra. We can never support Biafra. You are against Biafra. You are an enemy of Biafra. You are countering Mazen Namdekano, countering Simon Ekpan, fighting the Igbos. Igbos are the worst people. Igbos are the bad people. Look at Sultan of Sokoto, all the way from Sokoto. Check the distance between the Sokoto and Niger Delta. A man, one person, Sultan of Sokoto, owned 23, only him, 23 oil well in Niger Delta. Please, I put it to Niger Delta indigenous, to all the Biafrans, both those that know that are said to be Biafrans and those that are claiming not to be Biafrans. I want you to please tell me how many of you control the gold that is coming from Borno State, to be precise. How many of you own a farmland or running a company of gold in Borno State? How many of you? I am asking it as a question, and I'm putting it to you, to all the Deltas, those of you that are supporting Nigeria, that say Igbos are the bad people. Now, only Sultan of Sokoto owned 23. Abdul Salam have never come to declare his own. In a country, in a side, these are the people. IBB have never come to declare his own. El-Rufai has never declared his own. Even Alhaji Atiku Abubakar have not declared his own. Bola Ahmed Tinubu have not declared his own. Leti Buhari have never declared his own. Abacha own is still there. How many will I mention? Please, how many will I mention? The oil well in Niger Delta. How many Niger Delta own a pot or a piece of land of of gold in the north? But the Biafrans, the Igbos are your problem. I will not allow Nigeria to be divided, say Sultan of Sokoto, because of the 23 oil well. Please, you say the oil is God's blessing. On whose land? The gold that you are managing and the thing that you are managing in the north, is it a Satan blessing or the northern or Usmanda Fodio blessing in the north, that Nigeria is not permitted or not allowed to lay hand on it, or no other person in Niger Delta or in Biafra land that have the same equal rights to have access to those goods?
That did not own this country.
My beloved brother, that is the area I am pointing. Thank God you throw this question. So you see why the northerners are claiming. You see why they are killing you, even in your land where God has blessed you with it. Because of what God has blessed you with, that is why they are killing you, so that they will have upper hand, more access to what God has blessed you with. But you don't have access to what God has blessed Nigeria equally with gold and thing in their own side. Then who is a fool here? And who is wise? The northerners are claiming to be wise. In case you don't know, they are proving to you that they are more wiser than you. They are claiming to you now that they own this country called Nigeria. They are trying to tell you that they run the affairs of the nation, that you, even Niger Delta, that you don't have a say. A total stranger, one person, 23 oil well. You, as an indigen of Niger Delta, how many oil well do you control? In your own land, in your own ancestral land, how many oil well did you have? That is the question I put to you, and I needed an answer. Please, in a comment section, if you are a Niger Delta person, please interact with me. I want us to communicate. I want us to talk. This is the time that you people need to wake up from your slumbers. You see why Niger Delta, the oil in the east, you people are saying is because of the oil. That is why Igbos are fighting for Biafra. You want to, Baba, there is an oil in Imo State too. There is an oil in Abia State too. There is an oil in Igbo land. We are not looking for your oil, but what we want is justice and equity. And that is what we are fighting for. And that is why, let me tell you, we need everybody to be balanced. Biafran evangelist is speaking. Biafran evangelist is educating. Biafran evangelist is lighting people up. Please share this interview. Share this ideology. Share, just like. There is a need I want you to comment regard to this. You see why? Because of what is in Niger Delta, the northerners are fighting. They don't want Nigeria to divide because of the oil. And if not for that oil block that they own in Niger Delta, which means they would have allowed Nigeria to divide. That is what it means. If not for the oil, they would have allowed Nigeria to divide, as they say. But since there is an oil, so when it comes to oil, it's a national cake. But when it comes to the to gold, it becomes a personal northern things. Niger Delta doesn't have rights over gold. Niger Delta doesn't have, citizen indigen doesn't have rights over the thing that is in the north.
But we saw a man from Niger Delta, an Urobo man. He told you, the Eagles, that you are only claiming that Biafra, all this region is Biafra because of the oil in their region. That Niger Delta is no longer Biafra. I saw Governor Jason Wike also denied that I'm not an Igbo person, no, Igbo should stop calling Niger Delta Biafra. What do you have to say about that?
Yes, my beloved brother, people like Wike, I put it to Wike, likewise I put it to that man that said, because of the oil that Igbos are talking about, joining them to be old eastern region. I ask a question and I want to ask again. How many of you from Niger Delta, how many of you own oil well, even in your own states? Wike that is talking, that is claiming that is not a Biafra, is it not the same Wike who rose up against his own colleague, partner, against his own brother. Was it not Wike that invited and instigated Bola Ahmed Tinubu for state of emergency in Rivers State? So if somebody like Wike, yes, some Wike name make a statement, is it that kind of person that you should listen to? No, I'm asking, and I am putting it to the same man that said this because of the oil. That is why Igbos. That is why I put this question. How many of you own oil well in Niger Delta? Sultan of Sooto own 23. How many of you own 10? How many of you own 15? How many own 1? Including the man that said that oil well, because of that, the oil in Niger Delta is what Igbos is after. Let me tell you, Igbo people, there is something I want you to understand about the Igbo people. Igbo people, the Biafrans are in the whole wide world, are industrious people. They are not lazy people. And they are very, very creative, and they are very, very educative, and they are very, very mentally structured and what? Developmental. In Biafra, the Biafrans are the people, they make nothing. They make something out of nothing. You can take a look of what happened during the war. How did they come to manufacture Ogbuniwe? In every aspect of life, you can see today, they call it Aba made. You see that the Aba made we are talking about is what is reigning in Nigeria today. It's from Igbo ideology, Igbo developmental methodology. If you talk of materials today, Igbos produces. So you cannot say that because of your oil, that is what make Igbos fighting for Biafra. No. Keep the oil. Mazen Namdekan have already said that. But you will still see us, fly high. Look at people like China, please. Do the China have oil? Are they not prospering? Are they not doing well? Are they not performing? The Biafrans will perform more than oil. Oil is not the major target. And moreover, yes, some weekend and co. Ndeko Wehanjo. You that said that you are not Biafra, I am not surprised. The one that you claimed as your brother, how do you treat him? You sold him off as a slave to a total stranger. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he declared state of emergency in Rivers State out of your own selfish interest, out of your own greediness. I don't think that he just will be boldly come out, original Ijo man or a quarrel man will be boldly come out today with the current situation of things in Nigeria today and say that it's not in support of Biafra, neither is he not a Biafran. Or he will come out today and deny us, or deny Biafra, or deny his people. Go and check your ancestral source for you to know where you come from before you begin to deny yourself. The day shall come when the likeness of this man and Wike will come out and still do what? And still tell you that they are sorry for not telling you the truth.
Now, what is the way forward? The British have told you Nigeria must never be allowed to be divided. What do you think is the way forward?
The way forward, first and foremost, I want to address that side. Nigeria is not divided. But what the Biafrans is talking about, or what they are fighting for, is to separate themselves from Nigeria. That's just the fact. And that is the game we are playing. We are not dividing Nigeria. We only want to exit from Nigeria. The reason is this. There was no mutual agreement of being together as one Nigeria. No concept of the Biafrans was 6. Neither did there any permission or any agreement reached regard to one Nigeria. And moreover, what is the meaning of Nigeria? Does it have meaning? Maybe I don't know in Fulanese, because I'm not a Fulani man, but in Igbo land, in Igbo language, Nigeria means nothing. I don't know, maybe it has meaning in Yoruba land that makes Fulanis and Yoruba be running the affairs of Nigeria. Because in Igbo language, Nigeria means nothing. It has no meaning. So how can you be running a country that don't have a meaning? That means it is a scam. Yes, it's a scam. So coming to the British, thank God they acted according to their name. British. Very, very crafty and cunning people. never be straight nor be truthful to themselves, not to talk more of to other people. Go and check their way of living. They are always being crafty. If you check their sports, you will see no truth there. They always go with a kind of a propaganda system of way of living. They have never been truthful. They know how to hype things which they are not. They know how to carry themselves up to the level that they are not. Go and check most of their, even their players.
The British government is committed to the unity of Nigeria. The British government will not allow any of the former colony to be divided. This is coming from a UK citizen, though it really caused them. I'm talking about them fight on Twitter because many Nigerians attack him. For the first time, we even saw Yoruba people. They defended Igbos in attacking him by saying even the same Britain, they have exited the European Union. But then he has said there is no way Britain would ever allow the division of Nigeria. After the IPOB yesterday, they attacked Britain for allowing Nnamdi to stay in detention and did not find a way to help him get freedom. If you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, and also share this video. Share this video to your different contacts. Let them have access to what you are having access to. Let them have the information that you are also having. Therefore, evangelists, there is no way the United Kingdom will ever allow Nigeria to be divided. They colonize this country and they will make sure that Nigeria remains one, no matter which region tries to over Nigeria. And on the issue of Nnamdi, they may ban IPOB members from getting visas to the UK. Talk about the British government. That's what this citizen said this lovely time. Let's start from the evangelist. Why do you think the UK is against the division of Nigeria?
My beloved brother, I want to ask a question. This UK citizen that is saying this thing that you just mentioned now, this question you throw to me, who is he? Is he in the parliament? Which office, which position is he controlling or managing in UK? Is nobody. So that kind of person is his word and statement is not relevant. That's number one.
But don't forget, even Sunday Igboho himself, when he went to the UK, he bought this Yoruba Nation Agiton letter. The UK official told him, go back to Nigeria and stay in peace with other tribes. Yes. So it means that there's no, like the man said, there's no way the UK will ever allow this country to divide.
Yeah. Forget to watch all this. Sunday Igboho, Yoruba Nation, Yoruba have never submitted their this thing that they want to be on their own. Yoruba have never went to war or go to any war regard to their own freedom. So that is why a reply Sunday go like that. But we have fought the Biafra war, and the war is still going on in Igbo land. So that is why our case, Biafran case, is different from Oduduwa Nation case. You understand? So it's not the same. It's a different thing entirely. Then, having said this, another point I want to make is this. Yeah, the British doesn't wish Nigeria to divide. But as it stands now, they don't have choice because Pan-African Mongala have already sued them, the UK Parliament, in court of International Criminal of Justice. You understand? Regard to the illegality of the justice going on against Amonekpa and Mazen Nnamdi here in Nigeria, which at the same time, as I speak to you, because of what is going on now, you agree with me that the Nigerian judiciary is facing serious sanction from the United States of America, as I speak to you. And as I speak to you again, that the Rodrigo, what's it called, from Brazil, have faced a serious sanction. One of the judge in Brazil regard to this, and Finnish government too is facing a sanction again from Russia and from Norway because of what this their way mismanagement of fundamental persons' rights in regard to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa in Finnish government. So far so good. As I speak to you, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because the heat that Nigeria is getting, Omotosho will tell you, the kind of heat that Nigeria is getting because of this violation of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu rights is not here. So Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will definitely regain his freedom. And he regaining his freedom, in other hand, is coming to regain Biafra from Nigeria. While Nigeria will continue their coexistence with the Yoruba, with the Oduduwa, because so far so good. Is it who is in power that you are submitting a letter of Oduduwa nation? No be a Yoruba man there in power. After Fulani come up for power, no be Yoruba man there. So what are you trying to say? You want to come up for waiting? If you want to, was it not the part of what Ojukwu there go on? Go and declare Oduduwa nation so that I will declare Biafra, which what is it called? Awolowo, yes, which Awolowo refuse because of selfish interest. After all, now that is why Yorubas are saying they are the one gaining. Igbos are not gaining. After Fulani, Yoruba goes there. So why is this submitting a letter? So it's of no use.
But now we must look at this possible angle here. The UK is against further division of this country. Like they told Sunday, go back home and make your country work.
But they did not tell us like that.
The question is, what do you think the Igbo should do to convince the UK of fighting for the case of Nnamdi Kanu, because he's a UK citizen and is supposed not to stay in that place for a long time. Somebody said that assuming Nnamdi Kanu to be a white British man, there is no way they will allow Buhari's government to kidnap him.
Yes, my brother, there is something I want to say, and I will always have something to say. See, this UK of a thing that you people are talking about, Igbos don't need to beg the UK. We are not owing them any apology. They are the ones that will later, at the end of their life, that will come to apologize to Biafrans for the evil perpetrating they have perpetrated in Igbo land, using Nigeria to achieve. The other, that was this year now, that they cut to some of them, dropping hands for the Fulanis in Igbo land's bush. And with a passport, UK passport. Was it not UK? So don't worry. We don't need to beg UK for our freedom, because UK never seek for our concept to join to merge us together. We'll give them the concept of being together. We don't want to be together. They do not seek our concept. We don't need them for us to be free. We must be free, whether UK like it or not. We don't have business with UK. To hell with the UK. To hell with their parliament. They have shown us the red card by not paying attention, by not attending to the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And I'm using this opportunity to say who to the Igbos, the Biafrans that believe that UK have any help to them, or that they are running, those that are seeking for visa. You look a country that you will seek for a visa, it now become a UK, a useless country. We don't need them. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the passport of UK is going to, you have already tore it. You understand? UK is not worthy of being a citizen of their country. They are not worthy of having somebody like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as their citizen. They should be happy that somebody like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu look finish. The country want to claim to be a citizen. It can't be useless UK. They should even appreciate Mazen Nnamdi Kanu for claiming UK as his country, as his place.
Now, let's look at this other possible.
I should be grateful to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.
During the Civil War, it's been said that the UK government supported the Nigerian government alongside some other major countries. What is so special about Nigeria that the colonialists refuse to remove their hand from our nation?
Good. It's a good question. The thing that is so special here is this. UK is regretting of giving Nigeria partial independence. And why they are regretting, and that is why they are not happy with the Biafrans, because the people that demanded for the freedom of Nigeria were the Biafrans. And why they impartially gave this independence was as a result of unknown to them that even this oil will keep flowing up to this very moment. Because had they been there, no, they will not give Nigeria independence, this partial independence, to this very date. And they want to give the independence. They signed a document with the fools. I call them fools because they are Fulanis. So they signed an agreement with them, and that is what is playing today, sucking 60 to 65% of Nigerian oil. There was a time in this country that a ship, they call it a huge, about how many kilometers the container, you know, it's only them that know what the kilometer of it, the worth of the kg, that they suck, a vessel suck from Nigerian ports here, heading without the concept of the government, without any distance from Niger Delta, is heading to Europe. You remember, which they later trace it based on information that they got, and they say they recover, which I am not sure if truly they recover, which at the end of the day we now realize that some military personnel are involved in that vessel as at that time. You remember? So the UK is getting a lot in Nigeria. That's why they use a schemic statement to call one Nigeria, to place it upon Nigeria, to continue sucking them and scamming them. One Nigeria. You understand? Sucking our oil, our resources, indirectly up to this very moment. You see why they will not allow Nigeria to divide. But on this note, I am not telling UK to divide Nigeria. Neither am I telling Nigeria to divide. But what I am saying here is very, very straightforward. And that is what Mazen Namdekano is asking of. It's very, very clean and plain. And what is that? Biafra, Igbos, go. Nigeria should continue. After all, Nigeria is Yoruba and the Fulanis. I let them continue. Igbos should want to go. So we are not dividing Nigeria. There is a difference between dividing a country and being separating yourself from the country. It's two different things. So Igbos want to separate themselves from the criminal terrorist nation called Nigeria. Are you getting it? So let Nigeria continue their own way. We, Biafrans, want to do what? Separate ourselves, and that is what we are fighting for.
Now, but we saw Dave Umahi, who said that the president is ready to negotiate the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Dave Umahi said that in July. Are you not thinking that the pressure to release Nnamdi Kanu is now getting hotter?
Yeah, the pressure is mounting on Nigeria seriously. And let me tell you, to be frank, very soon, Bola Ahmed Tinubu may be likely be picked by United States of America. This current government, they may likely end up picking Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And not only that, the pressure they are mounting on Nigeria is much, because Nigeria is going against the right of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And many nations have faced, lawyers have faced American sanction. So you see why, like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu may likely, you see this year is coming out because the pressure is much. He did not commit any offense. Why are you violating his fundamental rights when people that committed offense are working freely? So why should they be the one paying for the crime of others? You understand? That is the marginalization we are talking about. So we need to go. We need to go in a marriage whereby it's not working. It's not compulsory that you stay together. So you separate to live and to see each other progress, so that you will not know your mistakes, so that you will not repeat it again if opportunity is given. The negotiation you are talking about, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu case, is not under negotiation. It cannot be negotiated by government, because that negotiation politically that you are talking about, you people are looking their angle, is that they will use the word of a presidential pardon, which will permit another government to come up and still arrest him again. No, let the court. We don't want negotiation. What we want is the court order. Let them drag it in the court. It's in the court already. The trial is already there. According to the law, let the law have its way. Structurally, because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have already completely defeated Nigeria structurally according to the law. You understand? So let the law have its way, and let Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gain his freedom through the court of law in Nigeria.
But this said that many Igbo governors, or many Igbo leaders are against the release of Nnamdi Kanu.
My brother, why is it that every time you people will be talking Igbo leaders?
No, that's what they said.
Igbo leaders? Is it the incarnate Fulanis that are governors? You are telling me they are not leaders. We know our leader when we see them. Do you see somebody like Abaribe talking all the? You people should stop using this word, Igbo leaders. Because when you want to address them as Fulani incarnate leaders in the southeast, that is what they are. And that is what we see them. That is the way we regard them, based on their attribute and their attitude towards us. So they are not our leader. We know our leader when we see them.
Then who are your leaders?
Our leaders, person of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, like Aberibe, you see Simon Ekpa, you see likeness of them. These are the leaders, not Mwifuru, not to Pitamba, not to Soludo, not Hope Uzodinma. All these ones you are seeing as leaders are Fulani incarnate. They are not Igbo leaders. Please.